Hi guys, welcome to my channel. In today's video we'll be learning how to make a modest corset, that corset that is going to cover your bust. You know what I mean. So make sure you watch this video to the end, because I'll also be sharing with you some tips, and trust me, you have a lot to learn in this video. As you have seen, I've drafted out my basic bodies, my shoulder, my bust point, my under bust, and my waistline as shown. It is very easy, or you can check out my other videos on how to draw your bodies. So the next thing I'm going to be doing now is to mark out my measurement on those lines that I've drawn out. My bust measurement on my bust point. After that, I'm going to measure my waist measurement. That's what I'm measuring right now. I'm putting my bust measurement. I've divided my bust into 4 places. I will tick it right there and add my allowance. The next thing is to measure my waist measurement. Divide it into 4 places as well, and add maybe 2 to 3 inches allowance. I don't know if you get what I'm saying, or you just follow the video. I'm adding my allowance over there. Now the next thing I'll be doing now is to measure my waist measurement divided by 4. Then I'll also add my sewing allowance. It's pretty easy, guys. So after that, remember, in your under bust you can measure your under bust round too, on the body of your client, just the way we measure our bust and waist. You can measure it round to just to get the accurate amount of the under bust. So when you measure it round, you divide it by 4, mark it on your pattern, and add your allowance. Then the next thing I'll be doing now is to measure my waist measurements. As you can see what I'm doing now, and I'm also going to add my allowance. So I'm going to pick up my ruler now and mark, connect the lines together. I'm going to make sure I connect the lines together, the 3 lines together. I'm also going to measure that my bust measurement with the allowance on the chest line. That first line is the chest line. The next thing I'll be doing is to go from my bust point and mark 4 inches up, or depending on how you want it to be high. Me, I went 4 inches up. You can decide to go by 3.5 or 3 inches. It depends on how you want the corset to cover your bust. So I'm going to mark my nipple to nipple measurement and add half an inch sewing allowance, and make a dot on my bust point, on my chest line, on my under bust, and my waistline. As you can see, that's my nipple to nipple measurement plus half an inch sewing allowance that I'm putting there. I've put the dots on those 4 lines. I'm going to connect it with a ruler. Can you see? So the next thing I'm going to be doing now is from that bust point to also come up by 2.5 inches or 2 inches. Then I connect it. I also did that on the armhole side. That is the curve that you just saw me doing. The next thing is just for you to, at that place that I'm placing my tape, I'm removing half an inch, half an inch. Can you see? That place I placed my tape up, I'm removing half an inch, half an inch. While on this other side, you can either remove 1 inch or 1.5 inches, depending on how you want it, how firm you want it to be at the under bust. So on your under bust and your waistline, you can take in 1.5 inches or 1 inches, both from the left hand and the right hand side, on that straight line that we drew. I don't know if you are getting it. So the next thing now is to connect those 2 lines with a what? Ruler. You can see I'm marking it also on that under bust line. You can use 1 inch, you can use 1.5 inch. Now I'll get a ruler and mark a straight line on it. If you don't understand, just keep following this video. It's pretty easy, guys. So I'm going to mark a straight line on it now with my pair of ruler. So the next thing that I'm going to do now is to go to my bust point. I will come down on my bust point line by 1/2 inch. I will also go up on my bust point line by 1/2 inch. That's the first 1/2 inch. Then I'm going to draw the second 1/2 inch line going up on my bust point line. Can you see those two dots? The next thing, I'm supposed to use a French curve here, but the French curve is not close to me. So if you have the French curve, you can use your own to get a very nice curve. But I'm just going to use my hand to trace it out, or you can just do dot 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 to trace out that curve. The essence of that coming down and going up with 1/2 inch is that your padded should not be too pointed like a pencil padded. So it's just for us to get a very nice curve. So look at how I'm connecting the line. I'm also connecting it to those 1/2 inch that I removed up there. Can you see what I'm doing? I don't know if you get it. So that is what I just did. If you want to your own to go inside a little bit, you can curve it more, but I think it's looking nice like that. It's a modest corset. So that's basically what we are going to be doing. Can you see? And I'm also going to take it back up to form that curve. Don't forget all these dots that we are bringing out, that we are going to add it back to the measurement so that our material will not be small. So we are still going to add back those allowances, because we've already drafted the bust and the waist and the under bust before. So we are going to add all these dart intake. We are going to add them back to it. Are we together? So guys, the next thing I'm going to be doing is to measure that dart intake that I took 1/2 inch on both sides. That's 1 inch. I'm going to mark it there on my bust line, on my chest line. The one of the under bust, that's 1.5 inch in total. 7.5 inches, 0.75 inches on both sides to make it 1.5, and I just ruled a straight line. The next thing I'm going to be doing is to remove my yoke, to cut out my yoke and label it. Then after, I'm going to cut out the corset part. Remember that this paper is on fold, so that's what I'm cutting out. I'm cutting out that excess paper under first. Then the next thing I'll be doing is to cut them out together. Can you see? You have to be very careful. I'm cutting out my under bust. Then I'm going to cut out those allowances. I'm going to cut out the dart rather. I'll cut out the dart, and I'm going to sellotape them. I'll use a sellotape to join them together so that you can see how it looks. It is going to, trust me, it is going to come out nicely. That's the center front there, and I'm cutting out the sides. So that's what we have for this tutorial. I'm going to go ahead now and sellotape it. So guys, I'm going to go ahead now and sellotape everything to show you the shape that is going to come out with. The very good part of this corset is that it is going to cover your bust or your client bust properly. Can you see? And if you want to make it like and if you want to achieve a triangular bust waistline with this corset, you can. You just work on the down. I don't know if you get what I'm trying to say. You are just going to work on the down, and that's all. Thank you so much guys for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to check out my other videos. Trust me, this video is my videos are beginners friendly. Thank you so much. See you in my next video. Bye.